So hello and welcome to the channel. If you haven't been here before, or if you have been here before, welcome back. Now I've been doing a bit of well, I don't call them tips. I'm just putting out what I've been backing myself horse-wise. And when you look around, you can see there's loads and loads of channels on YouTube that give free horse racing tips. We don't bother with the paid tipsters because I think most of us free guys are of the opinion that it's a waste of time going to those that ask for payment. Not that they're necessarily con men or whatever, but there's so much free stuff, why bother paying? Anyway, Britain's Grumpiest Old Git, I'll leave a link to his channel, does a daily scores on the doors of a group of free tipsters, but there are shortcomings in it. He just gives what the wins are, and on a daily basis he might say, oh, so and so's had a good day, he's at such and such a winner and a couple of placed horses and whatever. And he doesn't mention those that lost. Obviously there's no point. But for a while now I've been thinking of doing a proper profit and loss account for free tipsters, basically. Not as a competition, just to see what you can sort of expect if you follow free tipsters. Following me has been a disaster, if anyone's followed me, because I've had a very, very poor run, so it's not out of ego for myself. I don't expect to be top of the tipping channel or anything like that. But I just think it would be interesting just to see if we are making profit. Some of the free tipsters do put a profit and loss account up. They put it in the video description, which is very good, and they'll give updates every so often, but no one gives an overall view, and I just thought it might be something I might be interested in doing. It could cause a lot of problems from scoring, as from what I can see, because let's have a look at the newspaper tipsters. If you look at the newspaper tipsters, they all make a loss. I don't know whether you can see that too clearly, but if you go like the third one down, Melissa Jones of the Express, she's up this month, but only £5.09. Going down to the Star, Jason Heavey, he's up this month, but only 25 quid. And to be honest, at the end of the month, I would expect them all to have lost money, because they usually do every month. So I just wondered if, well, the main reason I think everyone loses is because they have to tip a horse in every race. So if there's 35 horses that day, they tip 35 horses. And I think the maths gets you in the long run. If you're back in every race, there's no way you're ever going to make a profit. I think the maths just gets you, it grinds you down, and the bookie's percentage is always going to get you in the long run. But tipping 2 or 3 or 4 or whatever a day could make profit. I don't know. So the only way I could see of actually scoring something like that is to score it like the newspapers do, and basically just give you the SP for a horse that wins. The problem is all these free tipsters, a lot of them back a lot of different ways. Some back each way doubles or trebles on 3 tips. Some do Yankees, some do patents, some do each way Yankees, some do each way lucky 63s, some do cross doubles, some pick 4 in a race. Now I don't think you could score that, even if one of them won, say at 20 to 1. I wouldn't be keen on scoring that as a win, because backing 4 or picking 4 in one race, I don't think that's the point. I think what won a race as far as I can see anyway. The other problem is, I mean, Grumpy's been through all this, a lot of this, but another big problem is that some do each way, and some do each way if the horse is above a certain price. Some do singles on the nose and each way on other horses, and actually collating all that sort of stuff would be quite labour intensive, I would imagine. I haven't actually tried it yet, so I don't know. But obviously, if one tipster gives 3 single tips in 3 different races, and another tipster gives 4 in one race, 4 in another, 4 in another, and puts them in cross doubles and trebles, how the hell are you going to score and compare? So that's the other big problem. And then of course you get some that say, well, this horse is currently showing 20 to 1, so I'm recommending it at 20 to 1. And then of course it wins at 5 to 1. You'd score it as a 5-point profit for them, and then they'd be complaining, well, no, I tipped it at 20 to 1. But again, that means you'd have to go through every video every day, fully, completely, comprehensively, checking each way. Some say, well, I bet with Sky, because Sky gives 6 places, whereas the official places for a race could be only 4. So you get 4th, you get a place, you get 5th. If you back it with a bookie that doesn't give extra places, you lose. But if you back it with a bookie that does give extra places, you count it as a win. So I can see problems scoring, but I still think the only way you could do it is for singles only, 1 selection in a race, and score at SP. So I'm thinking of doing it, and I'm going to start tomorrow. I'm going to do it for it's 2 weeks till the end of November. So starting Monday the 17th for a week till the Sunday, and then Monday the 24th for a week until the 30th, just to see what sort of reactions that brings. And then I may do December as a month and just say, let's see what happens for a month. And if that brings any interest, we might just start again January 1st and see what it brings. If you've any thoughts, or you've any thoughts about scoring, or whether you want to join in, I'm going to leave links to a few sites that I do look at, and a few tipsters that I don't necessarily follow them. I just sort of see what they're tipping, but I don't follow them in the sense of backing what they've tipped. Because I back my own, bad as they are. But anyway, that's what I'm thinking of doing, and I shall put them up under a different thing, not under well, it'll be the same channel, but it'll be a different title for the videos. So that's what I'm thinking of doing, starting tomorrow. So if I put one up tomorrow night, you'll know what I'm doing. I shall still put my selections up in the morning, as usual. That's another problem with them, you see. Some tipsters put the tips up the night before, and then there's non-runners when there's a going change, like there has been in the last 2 or 3 days. But then 1 or 2 of the tipsters will put an extra video out and replace a non-runner with another one. And then, of course, obviously, if it wins, they've got a winner. But you'd have to be looking in, and it'd become a full-time job checking more videos and seeing whether anyone's put extra videos in. So I would only be counting. I mean, the newspapers, they put a tip out and that's it, end of story. Can't change anything. They don't give a recommended price. They take SP. They don't give you fancy doubles and trebles and whatnot. So I think the only fair way to score it is 1 horse, 1 single, and SP. Anyway, what do you think? give us a comment. I'll put links to the channels I'm going to follow. See if they're interested. Some might not want. Some might not want to be told how they're doing. I think most will know. I think it's a bit of fun. It's not a competition. It's just to see what's going on. And I'm going to give it a go anyway. See how it goes. See what the reaction is. So I'll be back in the morning with my selections for tomorrow. What I'm backing. Not what I'm tipping. But what I'm backing. And then hopefully there'll be a video out tomorrow night as well, to actually show how the tipsters have done that day. So there we go. Ta-ra for now, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Comments. That's what I want, comments. Is it worth doing? Is it worth the hassle? I'll see you tomorrow. Ta-ra.